Well, hello, Neuro Ninjas. Are you ready to do some brain hacking? Ooh! Well, welcome to my channel. I'm LarryOlsen, and we talk a lot about the impact that our thinking has on performance. And I wanted to talk a little bit about some very powerful things that one can do to really grow and develop this wonderful thing called brain and have more fun in your life. And I want you to stay till the end because I've got a phenomenal opportunity for you to really take action into making 2025 one of the best years of your life. If that's something you're interested in, and if you're a little skeptical, yeah, I've heard things like that before, stay tuned. And let's overcome those thoughts that create skepticism and don't allow us to break through to the life that may be only a wish now. One of the best things we can do to take care of ourselves, and particularly our brain, is something that I think you might be familiar with. It's called exercise. Have you heard that before? Exercise is when you have the opportunity to break away from this mind that's constantly learning and growing and processing and stressed out or happy or whatever scenario you find yourself in. But we spend a lot of time in a sedentary position. We sit. And what happens is that we don't activate and bring fresh blood and oxygen to the brain. And the brain thrives on that. In fact, you can increase productivity by 2 times, as well as increase the opportunity to recreate new brain cells, which is called neurogenesis, by simply getting up and going out for a walk. When you do that, you're not focused any longer on the work at hand, and it gives the brain the opportunity to do what's called process. Process is where we have the right side and the left side of the brain taking that information that you've been processing and thinking about and consolidating it. And typically that takes place within the hippocampus, is where our memory is stored. So I find that what I do is when I am involved in something, and I try not to be involved in something for more than 45, 50 minutes before I get up and I go take a stretch or I walk. And when I walk enough to be able to kind of forget about what it was I was doing. And that's what's so key, is to take your mind away from and put it on something else. And that something else is really interesting, what occurs neurologically. And here's what happens. These brain cells now get to start talking together. They get to take a little time out because they're not just focused on one thing. And when that occurs, it really impacts our ability to retain what it is that we've been paying attention to. This is really critical if you're into study, if you're trying to learn something new, which is not only powerful for the brain, but it also is how the brain can store this in long-term memory. So, exercise any way you can, even if it's standing up and doing push-ups against a counter. You're getting yourself away from and into getting blood flow, getting the heart to pump, bringing that oxygenated red blood cells into the brain and allowing your brain to take a nice sip of what regenerates and creates the process called neurogenesis. So why not create some new brain cells today while taking care of yourself? Take that break. It'll be the best investment you've made.